and I can't remember all right. So whenever you stop talking to whatever in my head, I ask. And something that I try to keep in my mind, like I want to ask a mental question, and then like you're talking, the mental
Mhm.
question will
Yeah,
disappear, then it'll
yeah,
come back,
exactly.
yeah. So yeah, it's just on my mind. My mind is like it's all over the place, yeah. Because like how I prepare, like I get your bio and I look on social media and like just make talking points, stuff I want to talk about. Of course, the military veteran stuff, that's easy one because
Yeah,
my background too,
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, just my mind works,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes. Every day, yeah.
Every day.
Every day. Try my
Yeah,
best, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Mm.
yeah, we covered a lot of stuff as usual. Can you share your social media or other ways for people to reach out to you?
Yeah, so I'm on LinkedIn. Just find my name, Yanjun Andri Lin. So Yanjun or Andri Andrie Lin, last name Lin.
So totally random, right? Why is it? I might be making this up. Why does it seem like most? Because I was in Vietnam for 9 days. Everyone there has like an English name. You have an English name. Why do people in Asia have an English name? Is that something you just do before you come to America? Like, how's that work?
Yes. So when I was little, like probably um, 5,
Mm.
my parents sent me to my first English class. I don't even know what I was talking about. I
Mhm.
was just repeating after
Mhm.
them and clapping my hands. And they said, okay, now everybody's going to have an English name, and you
At
get
5?
excited.
Oh wow! I thought it was like something like later on in life. I didn't realize that early.
Yeah. You had English names, whether you liked it or not, from that class in that.
So
And then
who gave you your
the
English name?
teacher.
The
The
teachers
teacher. Yeah.
just randomly gave you that name
Yeah.
out of all the hundreds of English names
Yeah. And then you don't like that name. Um, it's hard because you're already named that
because
way,
you're
right?
stuck with it,
So
right?
find another class, find another school, and then get a different name or come up with your own name after you watch some American movies.
And no one ever says like we're Chinese, we're Vietnamese, or whatever. I have a name I love already. What's this bullshit about getting an English name? What are we doing here, right?
I think that's true with some people
Mm,
who's that's their choice.
mm,
Um, but for teachers to
mm,
give you American name
mm.
to ask you to learn English better, there's a psychology into it
I can
actually.
see that, yeah.
Because how do you get more personally invested into learning the subject?
Yeah.
Just give you a name and then you write it, and everybody loves their
Mm,
name. Everybody loves
mm,
themselves. So, like you become more Americanized. You
mm.
become more immersive to that culture when you have an American name. So that helps you learn better. So it's a psychological trick, or maybe I was thinking too much, but I think that has that psychological effect. But I do think there are people who just kept their own Chinese name, but at the same time you're not writing it though. You're
Mm,
writing it in um, the Roman characters,
mm,
so it's hard to. A lot of people change it because it's hard to pronounce,
mm,
hard to memorize. Um, Different reasons. So, and also, I believe it's that strong presence of
mm,
American culture, of superior.
mm,
Um, I'm going to your country, but I'm speaking English. You
mm,
have to speak my language
mm,
because the American culture economy is the best in the world. So people adapt to you, not um, you adapt to
mm.
them. So I think that also plays an effect.
And so was America the go? Was it like New Zealand, Australia, England, like the backup plan is always like America or bust as far as going to college?
Um, it was America. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Whether it's um, LA or Kentucky, or
Mm,
whether it's Texas,
mhm.
Illinois, yeah, it's always America.
Okay. Nice. What else? So before we get out of here, can you give us any advice or wisdom or anything you want to talk about?
Mm, I would say something that helped myself the most is just to stay in the peace of mind, and focus on present, because you can't change the past, and in the past you have made the the best decision for yourself at that moment. And it's not fair to judge yourself um, with the experience and the knowledge that you have now to judge the past of you not making a right decision. But it's not fair because the past you at that moment with the level of knowledge and experience made the best decisions. So there's no way for you to think the past and regret. And also there's you can plan for the future, but not to get too worried on whether I make a decision now would that lead to a different route that I would regret that I didn't take option B, because it's sort of irrelevant too, because you never know what it's gonna lead to. For example, Jack Ma, he English was his best subjects in school. He studied and prepared and took the college entrance exam 3 or 4 times in his life, and he finally got into like a English as a language college. And because his English was so good, he got chosen to be a translator for a company, and he got sent to the U.S. during the .com era, and then he learned the American way. He learned PayPal and I think e-commerce, and then got it back, and then started his own companies. Did he know that not? Did he know that he every decision he made will lead him to one of the richest person in China? No, but he was just basically doing what's in front of him and doing it best, and just let that path lead him to the next. And he might he could have chosen other options to maybe it will lead to a different lifestyle, but it's just irrelevant. So definitely focus on present, and give what you have.
Hey, thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. And to our listeners, thank you for your time as well.